Hey, welcome back to Tundra Talk. It's roughly about hour 40 minutes till NFL draft starts. So I just want to get some last final thoughts in, and I'll just give you a quick rundown of my mock thoughts on uh, like what the teams, who they're gonna pick, what positions, whatnot, stuff like that. Which teams are gonna move up, what teams are moving down. Just some general thoughts, and then throughout the evening, we'll be able to put some videos up too of our thoughts so far. Maybe get Brandon to call in too again. So that worked out pretty good last time. So let's start with the first pick. Carolina taking Cam Newton. That's the consensus number one pick. They could still take any number of players such as Patrick Peterson, AJ Green, or Marcel Darius. However, most people, including myself, think they'll stick with Newton. At two, I got Denver Broncos taking Marcel Darius, defensive tackle. They could also take Von Miller. I think they need a run stopper, a force in the middle, so they'll go with him. Then three Buffalo. This could be intriguing. I have them taking Von Miller, but it seems like throughout the day that a lot of talk about them possibly taking Blaine Gabbert has picked up. So watch out for that. Um, but back to the Denver. Just want to add in that Denver could be looking to trade back. So if there's a team that really wants Blaine Gabbert and they're afraid that, let's say, Buffalo would take him, they might try to trade up to Denver because Denver doesn't have that one player that they absolutely want. So that's another option. At four, Cincinnati Bengals, everyone's saying AJ Green as well as I am. Arizona Cardinals, I have them taking Patrick Peterson, corner. A lot of people have them taking Blaine Gabbert, which would be interesting. There's a bunch of teams that need some quarterbacks, but it's not a very strong quarterback class. At six, Cleveland, I have them taking Robert Quinn, defense end out of North Carolina. Most people do take. Most people have them taking Julio Jones, wide receiver out of Alabama, but I think they need a stud on defense that can anchor them for a decade or so. You can always find good receivers that can fill in. So I think they pass on Julio Jones. Then seven, San Francisco 49ers. I have them taking, if I get it right, Prince Amukamara, corner out of Nebraska. San Francisco also could be taking quarterback here. So Blaine Gabbert's name is mentioned with them. However, I think they go with corner. They could look to trade back as well. If Von Miller, uh, no, not 49ers. If Von Miller slips to Arizona will take him. And then with that, you have the 49ers sitting with Patrick Peterson in their laps, and there's no way they take Prince before him. So right around Arizona's pick, it's going to get interesting because teams would probably try to trade up. Houston Texans have been mentioned as a team that needs a corner that could trade up. So it'll be interesting to say the least. Tennessee Titans, I have them taking Blaine Gabbert. He could go higher. I have them slipping. A lot of people have them taking Nick Fairley. At nine, Dallas Cowboys, I have them taking Tyron Smith, offensive tackle from USC. Personally, I think he's a little overrated, but that's just my opinion. He'll probably turn out to be a solid pro. 10, Washington, I have them taking Julio Jones. They have a lot of needs. They could go corner, they could go DN. DN's a real possibility. JJ Watt, Cameron Jordan. I'll go for that. Houston Texans, I have them taking Alden Smith. I think if he's there, he's their guy. If one of the corners slips that far, they'll definitely take him because they need lots of help in their secondary. 12 Minnesota Vikings, they need that franchise quarterback. Either taking Jake Locker out of Washington. 13 Detroit Lions, they need a tackle, I guess in the earlier video. So I had them taking Anthony Costanzo, tackle out of Boston College. Where are we at here now? Rams at 14. I have them taking Nick Fairley, defensive tackle out of Auburn. Chances are he won't slide this far. And if teams see that he's starting to fall, they'll probably trade up to try to get him. So him at 14, if he's there for the Rams, there's no reason why they should pass on him. Rams could also go receiver, defense end, so they'll go for J.J. Watt, possibly going there. Miami Dolphins, basically, I think it's going to be between Mike Pouncey or Mark Ingram, and I think they go with Mike Pouncey, good guard. That will definitely help out their line. They really do need a running back, but I think they wait till round two to get like a Ryan Williams out of Tech. Jacksonville Jaguars at 16, I have them taking Ryan Kerrigan, defense end out of Purdue. A lot of talk is that they really love this kid. 3 year starter for Purdue, smart kid, classy kid. Seems like a Jacksonville Jaguars player, so that's who I have them taking. After that, New England. I have them taking Mark Ingram because they, well, they don't need a running back because you have Tom Brady. You have Woodhead as a running back too, but I, I think they, I think they're one of the teams that could take Ingram, and I don't think they want to risk him falling all the way to 28th or some team could trade up and try to get him. So I have them taking Mark Ingram, but don't be surprised if they try to trade up or down with that 17th pick. San Diego Chargers at 18. I have them taking J.J. Watt. Rumor has it if he falls all the way to 18, there's no way that San Diego passes him up. New York Giants at 19. I have them taking Gabe Creamy, offensive tackle. Their line's been a little weak the last couple of years. They need someone to protect Eli and help in the run game, so he's a very good option. So Wisconsin kids go back to back. 28 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them taking Cameron Jordan, defense end. If he lasts this long, Tampa Bay is really lucky that there's no way he'll last that long. But in my mock, somehow it worked out. Like I said, teams will, if they see players start slipping, they'll trade out to make sure they can get them. 21 Kansas City Chiefs have them taking offensive tackle Nate Solder out of Colorado. I think you just need another offensive tackle. If their strength is their running game, and while it is their strength, they do need that franchise offensive tackle, and I think he'd be a good fit there. Um, Kansas City could also look to go outside linebacker to put some pressure on the quarterback, or another offensive lineman if one of the guards like Pouncey slips him, or if they reach for Danny Watkins. The next pick after that, I have the Indianapolis Colts taking Derek Sherrod out of Mississippi State, offensive tackle. Peyton Manning, he's their franchise. They need him. They need him for all 16 games, and so they need good linemen to protect him. Uh, Similar to the Packers, they had a lot of injuries last year, so they don't need that much, but an offensive tackle is a definite must. 23 Philadelphia Eagles, they also need offensive tackle to protect Vic, but at this point there aren't too many offensive tackles left. Uh, but I have most of them going a little earlier than expected, so there could be one there. But I have them taking Jimmy Smith, cornerback out of Colorado. Little character issues, but him and Asante Sam would be hard to throw on. 24 New Orleans Saints, I have them taking Daquan Bowers, defense end out of Clemson. Uh, start of the start of the college football season, even after a lot of people are saying he'd be top five pick at the least, and his stock has fallen with injury concerns, with a bad knee. So I have the Saints locking into a good pick here. Um, so we'll see what happens with that. 25 Seattle Seahawks. I have them taking Danny Watkins, a guard from Baylor. Um, they need a quarterback. They need corner. They need defensive end. They need linemen. They need a lot of things. I think it's too early for them to reach for a quarterback. They might, if Ryan Mallett's there. I don't know if he's quite the player. Maybe an Andy Dalton, Christian Ponder. That's an option. But I'll stick with my Danny Watkins to Seattle. 26 Baltimore Ravens. I have Brandon Harris, corner of Miami. They could also go DN or backer to help put pressure on the quarterback. Um, most drafts recently with the Baltimore Ravens, they need a lot of help on offense, but they do have Bolden now. A couple good weapons like Todd Heap, um, a rookie tight end they just had last year. So I think for offense they're set for a while. Uh, they got torched. Teams throwing the ball in them last year, at least some corner position. So I think they go with Brandon Harris here. Atlanta Falcons at 27. I have them taking Justin Houston, DN outside linebacker. The main thing why I did this pick is if you look at their playoff game against Green Bay, like through the first quarter or so, I mean they were neck and neck with Green Bay, but the difference was that like everyone knew that the Packers were gonna score every possession because there was no one putting pressure on Rodgers. He just sit back there and pick them apart. And I think the Falcons realize that they do have one guy in Johnny Abraham who can put pressure, but if the offense focuses all their attention on him, no one else can get pressure. So I think they get another bookend here with Houston. Uh, it's from the state, so I think it'd be a good fit for them. At 28, New England Patriots. This is a popular pick that they could trade back because a lot of teams might want to trade up to get a quarterback, such as Mallett, Andy Dalton, Christian Ponder. But if they stay here, I'm taking Akeem Ayers, outside linebacker at UCLA. Just another guy to put pressure on the quarterback for Patriots. So with that, at 29, Chicago Bears, I'm taking Corey Ligout, defense tackle at Illinois. Similar to Nick Fairley, slipping that far. I don't see it could happen. I don't see him slipping that far. But if he's there, I think the Bears need to take him, replace Tommy Harris. At 30, the Jets, I'm taking Cameron Hayward, defense end at Ohio State. I know this might scare a lot of Jets fans because first thing they think of is Vernon Golston all over again, but I don't think so. He's a productive player. This past year, his production went down a little bit, but he's still a pretty good player. And they need someone to put pressure on the quarterback as well. You could also go nose tackle Phil Taylor out of Baylor, or even Marvin Austin possibly, to replace Chris Jenkins, who they cut after the season. At 31, the AFC champion Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't need a lot of help, to be honest. I have them taking a corner, Aaron Williams out of Texas. It'll just help. You saw in the Super Bowl, they struggle against the pass. I think that's the one area that they need help in. So he's a good fit. He'd be really a solid pickup for him. And 32, Green Bay Packers, I had them taking Muhammad Wilkerson, defensive end out of Temple. And I'd be surprised if he fell all the way, but crazier things have happened. Packers could also trade up into the mid-20s or so to get him, J.J. Watt, Karimi. To be honest, I see Ted Thompson trading up. A higher chance of him trading up than him trading down. So that's just one thing to look out for. The thing that's different this year, because of the lockout uncertainty, there won't be players traded, just draft picks, so that might affect some things. So that's all I got for you right now. It'll be interesting to see how many picks myself and Brandon get correct. We're having a little competition, so we'll keep you updated on that score. We'll every couple of picks or so, we'll post a video or a little call just to let you know what's happening and what our thoughts and stuff are. So stay tuned and enjoy the draft. All right.